Okay, we have a question. Fantastic. In the question box as well. Amazing. Okay, the first question of tonight. This is great. Child sexual abuse affects sexual life, intimacy in adulthood. Do you have any comment about this? Okay, let me read that again. Child sexual abuse affects sexual life, intimacy in adulthood. Do you have any comment about this? My immediate comment about this is I feel like we must talk more about how these types of subjects, how an experience of sexual abuse is affecting people's lives in all sorts of ways, in all depths. That is a really difficult question for me to try to answer. Now, if I think about my personal situation, because I'm not sure how else I can answer that question. When I think about my own personal situation, I feel it's so tough. It's so tough because the first thing I want to say is I feel like I was promiscuous very early. I feel like I was almost promiscuous before my time. However, maybe that would have happened anyway. Maybe I was just developing at that rate anyway. I'm not sure. It is known. I've seen statistics saying that it encourages promiscuity earlier than that person would have usually developed in that area, because there's a very great documentary called Raised on Porn. If you haven't seen it, please go and watch it. It's excellently put together. It's I wanted to say entertaining, but you know why can't I say it's entertaining? Because I watched it from start to finish and didn't look at the clock once. So maybe I can use that word. But it is it's there's full of information and full of insights, and what they're saying there is when you've been exposed to a sexual experience before nature intended it for you to be to be introduced to a sexual experience, it opens a door which never closes again. So let's have my example of my story where the sexual abuse was happening to me when I was 8 years old. We know that was way before nature intended me to be exposed to anything sexual. Way before, years before. So it opened that door, and that door never shuts. That door never shuts. I don't know where else to go with that question. That's a tough question because that's real personal. That's real personal. And even though I'm very, I put my life into the content, it's like that one's just struck me a little. Okay. I'm not sure what else, how else I can answer that. Before I try to wrap that question up, and I really do apologise for not really going at or attacking that question. I feel a little bit defensive on that one, so I do apologise for that, but I'm a work in progress as well, right? So I'm a work in progress, so please bear with me. One question that I get asked a lot on podcasts is how I feel like the sexual abuse that I went through affected my personality. And it's really just difficult to answer that type of question because you don't ever know. Would you have still been the same way? Did you have certain traits anyway? Did it encourage good things like resilience and a bit of an angry trait that possibly is useful? Did it encourage like a drive? Did it encourage an awareness for human beings' behavior, and not everybody is a good people? It's just such a difficult question to answer. we need like psychologists or people who have researched this topic to answer that type of question. So I'm going to pull up the question again so people can see. I apologize if I haven't answered that question very well. It's a very tough question to answer, and also talk about a personal experience. So, but thank you for the question.